And that's Michael Goldschmidt. We are the two band directors here at the Rolla Public Schools. We'd like to welcome you all to our Christmas concert. We're so excited. Wow, you should see how many kids. There's not only sitting here, there's kids everywhere. It amazes me how many kids we've got. It's like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. And we are so proud of these guys. We're going to go ahead and start with the beginning band. They've only been playing since what? August? So it's pretty amazing. And for those of you that don't know, this is the third time this group's ever played together. Because there's so many of them, we have different classes. We break them up in to teach them more individually, and then we throw them together for a concert. That's nothing like nerve-wracking, but no, they're very, very prepared. They're excited to play from you. It's truly a joy when they're like, oh, I'm so excited for my concert. It's their first one, and this is a wonderful crowd. You're going to love what they've accomplished so far. But anyway, we're going to start. So just some Christmas carols and some other non-traditional Christmas songs. So here we go, the 7th grade beginning band. So, I hope that some of you are thinking this, man, I've heard my kid play at home. They sound pretty good, right? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, they do. We're really proud of them. We get a lot farther with them than we ever thought we will. A little bit about the beginning band, because this is about the only time I get to talk to all the parents. Here's what happens in beginning band. You've got your Christmas concert. They will be getting the 2nd edition band book relatively soon, like only about a week or so when we get back, because we've flown through the first book already. They will have a concert in May. I think it's May 11th, and that'll be at Leach Theater, Castleman Hall, MS&T, so we get to play in that auditorium. These kids love it, so do our high school kids. Other than that, not much happens in beginning band. They're just obviously learning to play their instruments. 8th grade, basically the same thing. We do a couple more things. We'll talk about that more later with the 8th graders. I'm going to move on now. I'll tell you, one of the most rewarding programs we have here at Rolla Public Schools is called the A+ program. These are students that get some college credit for going above and beyond, maybe in their field of choice that they want to go on, but sometimes it's just any field that they want to get some extra college credit. But I tell you what, when you've got about 450 kids for 2 directors, it's always good to have good help. And we have got fantastic high school kids. And we're lucky enough to have 3 of them with us, and I'll introduce them as they each come up. But part of what they do with A+ is help us, and these are their instruments. And Noah here is a saxophone player, so he comes in 3rd hour for A+, helps us with our woodwind classes. Saxophones, flutes, clarinets, all that kind of good stuff. So he's going to direct for me. So this is Noah Lewis Daly. So give him a round of applause. He's probably talk about this, guys. Here's another of our 3 A-plus students, Mr. Jeffrey Moss, trumpet player, another section leader. All these kids are obviously leaders in our high school band. But he's doing A-plus, and are you heading into the music field possibly? Yeah, see, there you go. That's very rewarding. But anyway, here's Jeff. I always feel the need to explain this, but if you notice how our percussionists in the back keep switching on and off, I'm a firm believer in we create percussionists, not drummers. So I want them to be equally familiar and comfortable with all the mallet tonal instruments as I do the battery instruments over here. And the older kids can contest to that. They're like, man, I'm glad you taught me all that. And then when our kids go try out for things like district and state events, they are staying solid on those mallet instruments, which unfortunately a lot of places don't push for that, and it's so critical for good percussion. So when you see them going back and forth a lot, it's because I make them. So, what fight song is that, folks?
Wisconsin.
Oh, somebody got it first over here. Yeah. You're a former student. You better know it. March Corps and everything. Good job, Todd. It is. I said Todd Dodd. Sorry, man. I'm Wisconsin.
You probably saw a bit of shuffling up here with their music. That means we've switched over to our Christmas book. Everything you've heard so far has been mainly either 1 or 2 parts. There's a top melody line and then there's the bass line with the low brass and percussion. Now we've switched over to a 4-part harmony. So we've got a soprano part, an alto part, a tenor part, and a bass part, just like what you would hear in a choir, but now we're doing it all together as a band. So it's more challenging, there's higher ranges, and it makes our students quite a bit better.
7th grade parents. But we have an organization which most of you are aware of, maybe hopefully everybody, that is absolutely critical to the band's success and to the directors. This will be our last selection with the 7th grade beginning band. They're going to be big old 8th graders next year. We've got a whole second semester full of them. Going to get into some pretty hard stuff. But parents, thank you for all you do to support. We know it is not only a time commitment, and yes, that becomes more as they get older, but we also understand that it is a huge financial responsibility and commitment that you make to help our program what it is. So we thank you for that too, and I hope that you are pleased with your money well spent, because we are. So thank you. We wish you a Merry Christmas, and then we will give us a few moments as we switch out this band for the 8th grade band.